Hello my friends, and welcome to Paulina Art. Today I'm going to be painting this fun and spooky Halloween painting. This painting is very easy to do. You don't need to know any fancy techniques. You will require patience because in order to achieve this look, it requires a few layers of paint. I'm only using 5 colors for this painting: purple, red, yellow, and black and white. This is my own design. I'm going to leave a link on the description box with a link to my Facebook page where you can download the pattern for free. Please let me know on the comments below if you recognize this house. Okay, my friends, if you want to see how I created this beautiful, colorful, and spooky Halloween painting, stay with me and let's paint together. Today I'm working on 11 by 14 acrylic and oil paper, which I prepared last night with a light coat of gesso. What I've done is I trace my moon and just a line here about 2¼ inches where my ground is going to be, and I cover the area of the moon with painter's tape. What I did is I put a few strips of painter's tape overlapping on my countertop, and then I trace the moon, cut it, and place it in here. Okay, we're going to start doing the background. I'm going to prepare my background with a large filbert brush and some acrylic matte medium. Today I'm using Liquitex matte medium, but you can use any acrylic medium that you have. This will help the paint, the acrylic paint, to slide better down on the paper. Some people use water, but water doesn't work very well for me. I rather use an acrylic medium. The first color I'm going to use is yellow, and I'm going to add some of my acrylic medium to the yellow as well. And I'm going to start right above my ground line. I'm going to pick up some yellow and some red, and I'm going to create this nice orange. Again, I'm going to add some acrylic medium, and I'm going to add the orange right above the yellow. And I'm going to blend those two colors to create the horizon. I'm now going to pick up some red. And the last color I'm going to use is purple. It's going to be right at the top. Now I'm going to blend the colors together. Once I'm happy with my background, I'm now going to add some of my medium at the bottom, and I'm going to apply the purple. My background is dry, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape that forms the moon. I'm now working with a smaller filbert brush. I'm going to pick up some white and a dab of purple. I'm going to create this very light purple color. I can add a drop of my acrylic medium. And with this very pale color, I'm going to paint the moon. And I'm going to fix the edges a little bit as well. And I'm using this kind of stroke to create the roundness of the moon. With a Q-tip, I'm going to dab some white paint. I'm going to dab it a little bit with my brush, just to create the effect of the surface of the moon. And I'm also going to add some light purple. With my smaller filbert brush, I'm going to pick up some red and some matte medium, and I'm going to do some clouds crossing the sky. Some very, very easy clouds, just like that. And I'm going to add some darker ones up here. Once we're happy with our sky, we're going to let all this dry again. Once my background is dry, I'm going to align my moon. I'm going to secure my pattern in place with some painter's tape, and I'm going to go ahead and trace it with black carbon paper. I have transferred my pattern onto my pretty background, and the first thing I'm going to do with my liner brush and some white, I'm going to add some water in here too, so my liner brush flows nicely. I'm going to paint the inside of the pumpkin's mouth with white, because I want their mouth to be a bright yellow, and there is this darkness here, so I'm going to cover this with white. And I'm just tracing their mouth and filling it in. I'm doing this because the purple is showing through, and acrylic paint is very, very translucent, especially light colors like yellow and orange. While that dries, with my liner brush, I'm going to pick up some black. I'm going to do the bats. And the way I'm going to do the bats is I'm going to do the edges first. And then I'm going to fill them. I'm going to do all my bats the same way. My bats are all done, and I'm going to do the same with my house. I'm going to define the house with my liner brush. Okay, I have traced my house. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy. If you have an acrylic pen, you could do it with that. I don't have any. I'm going to pick up black on a small filbert brush. I'm going to start painting the roof of the house. And I'm going to paint here the canopy or roof of the patio, the entrance. And I'm going to mix some white with black and create a dark gray. And with this color, I'm going to start creating the outside of the house. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. After all, this is a haunted house. I'm going to add some shadows in here. I'm going to put the door in here and the columns. This house is so much fun to paint. This filbert brush is a small filbert brush. This is Mont Marte Gallery series. Okay, let's do the stairs. We're going to do them with gray. We can add a little bit of black too, just to give them more dimension. I'm now painting inside the pumpkin's mouth with a round brush and some yellow. While everything dries, I'm going to pick up some of my purple and I'm going to start filling up this area. And it doesn't matter if it's perfect, because this has to look more like vegetation, like grass. Now our pumpkin is here, so let's not cover the pumpkin. With a round brush, we're going to pick up some black and we're going to paint our pumpkins. We're going to leave these lines in here, so there's a little bit of yellow coming through. We're going to do the stem, but we're not going to do it solid black. Just going to leave a little bit of yellow in there, like that. You can use a liner brush to do this. And we're going to paint the rest of the pumpkins this way. Once our pumpkins are done, we'll pick up some red on our liner brush. We're going to add a little bit inside the eye. Just to give them more dimension, make them more lively. We're going to pick up some black with our round brush. It's a Mont Marte brush as well, a number 6 round. I did a review on these brushes as well. I'm going to attach a link on the description box below. We're going to start adding the trees and branches and vegetation. I want my trees to be very lively, to have a lot of movement, and the roots to be very gnarly. And with my liner brush, I'm going to add some of the smaller branches. Okay, the painting is coming together. We're going to add some vegetation in here. And we're going to pick up some of the purple. And we're just going to add some vegetation here. With a small filbert brush and the same light purple we use for the moon, we're going to add some highlights on the stairs in some areas. Just to give the house more, make it as if the house was alive, waiting for people to come in. With our liner brush and some white, we're going to add some highlight on the branches on the side that is closer to the moon. Just a little touch. And on these trees, we're going to add the highlight just on this side. You can put some on our pumpkins too. We're going to pick up some black and we're going to add some shadows here on the ground. And with an angle brush, I'm going to pick up some white on the toe and black at the heel. I'm going to blend not too much, just a bit. And with this, I'm going to add some vegetation. There's going to be lots of grass and branches. This house has been abandoned for a long time. Nobody takes care of this house. Okay, my friends, our Halloween painting is done. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed doing this painting. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so with a coffee. I'm going to leave a link on the description box below to my coffee page. If you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future content from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.